Alrighty. Just waiting for it to load. Alright, so I'm going to be remaking this character that I created a long time ago when I first played this, Sithika of the Wild. So one of the really cool things about Elder Scrolls Online is its lack of a class system, so you can actually meld different playstyles together. And one of the things I wanted to do was create kind of like a pseudo-hunter class similar to that from WoW. So I wanted to be able to summon creatures, but mainly fight with ranged weapons like bows. And the best way to do that was actually to use bows and arrows while playing as a sorcerer to get the summon abilities. So I'm just going through character creation. I'm not going to be playing too much tonight, just a little bit. I'll probably get through the opening dungeon and then go from there. So one of the things about Elder Scrolls Online is there's so much stuff you can do with the character creation tools. Like, I mean, there's so much here that if I really wanted to, I could play around with. Alright. We're going to go ahead and play through the tutorial again. It's been a while. So, okay. Oh, what is the control to get out of first person? V. Okay.
Whoa there. Are you all right? The name's Lyris. You've still got some fight left in you. You're going to need it. Dead. Must have been the runt of the litter. Keep your weapon ready and stay sharp. This place is full of surprises. Keep moving. There are more Daedra on the way.
Definitely going to have to get back into this game. It's been so long since I've played. My main character is a much higher level warrior character, but I really want to try this character style in earnest. This tutorial is definitely more in-depth than I remember. The one change that they made to this game since it launched that I'm not a big fan of is the change, let me turn the volume down just a little bit more, is the change in this game's tutorial to a singular weapon type. Because originally you would get into a room and you would pick from several different weapon types that pretty much covered all the major weapon types in the game, which meant that by the time you finished the tutorial you had leveled up the actual skills you were going to use, rather than having to then go in and try to level up skills that you aren't going to use. Unfortunately, they changed it when everybody gets a sword and you get weapons and stuff when you get out. But for the sorcerer class, it means you don't actually get a bow. You have to go and either make a bow or find a bow or buy a bow in order to get it. Alright. So I pre-ordered this game when it originally was announced, which is why I am able to play as different races and different factions. Alright, so obviously, as a sorcerer, I end up putting points in Magicka and committing the point there. And then going into this, I always want to summon things for now. Um, so now I can summon the familiar. Let me also quickly go into, where's it at? Interface. Ability bar always show, soul reservoir automatic. Okay. I just wanted to make sure my ability bar was always visible. I don't like the super minimalist user interface. Now that I'm getting back into this game, I'm going to be putting more time into finding some interface add-ons and stuff. All right. Alrighty, so that's something I can sell, which is always good. I do like, of course, now that there's a little bit more variety in this opening area, like what you can do. I do, of course, wish that I could get a switch into my correct style of play. So I'm just going to hit everything. Okay, that was different. Alright, so now I have some bracers that I can put on. Just trying to get through this. Oh, Normally I'd be playing games like this with other people, but it's late, everybody's either asleep or busy. Okay. Since I've done all this before, I'm not going to sit through all the reading. I don't know if it's just because this game isn't as popular as it was originally. Is there a chest? Is that why it's telling me? No. I don't have a lockpick anyway, so... Oh, my goodness. I don't remember this. Shoot. I do not remember a lockpicking minigame in this at all. Alright, now this entire area is littered with chests, so I need to be aware of that. Also, I don't want the sword. Oh, cool. A tea recipe. A staff. A looted chest. The only real issue with coming in this section is that since it's not instanced to just you, you're not going to find a lot of stuff, unfortunately. Since I'm being forced to use a two-handed weapon at this point, I might as well make proper use of it. That was always this game's biggest flaw, was the lack of instanced loot in these types of situations. So the lack of instanced loot means that for rooms like this, there's a legitimate gear issue where you could probably run this area multiple times on the same character without getting a decent bit of gear, just because everybody else is also running it at the same time. I was thinking that maybe things would be a bit different, seeing as how there didn't seem to be a lot of people. There seems to just be one person right now. But that's all it takes. Unfortunately. Just takes one person to loot everything. And then there's nothing left. Let me quickly look at these. Go ahead and put these on. equip that as well. Yeah. So as a with the class that I'm trying to play, stamina is going to be very important for the bow skills. Magic is going to be very important for the summoning skills. And so my gear is going to have to be a good balance of stamina, magic, and HP. Um, Stamina is also going to be important for avoiding telegraphing abilities by dodging out of the way. So that's also going to be very important. Okay, Prophet's following me. This area is instanced, so let's see if there's any loot to be found. At this point, I'll take anything, because anything I can't use, I can sell when I get into the first town, and I can use the money I get from that to hopefully buy an adequately good bow, assuming I don't get a good bow from playing, which, knowing my luck, I won't get one. I'm not so foolhardy as to think that I will get exactly what I want. That's a good thing there. Gets me some extra health. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to go ahead and give myself some stamina. And then, as far as abilities go, I'm going to get myself some dexterity points. Oh. Little bit buggy. Alright, so we're going to try relogging really quick. See if that fixes it. Oh, I forgot Alt cancels it, so since I Alt tabbed. Oops. So I said I was going to be streaming for an hour. The reality is I'll probably stream until I'm finished, and then I'll cut off. Looking at the stream when I briefly Alt-tabbed out, it looked like there may have been some issues. So I want to take a look at the stream and go over the recording and make sure everything looks good. There we go. Alright, to the Stone Falls we go. I don't know if it could be a frame rate issue from what I saw, since I don't have a, I can turn on frame rate. I got a pretty high frame rate right now. Alright, so I now have a sealed urn here, so I can open this, and it gives me exactly what I wanted in the case of the bow, and it gave me some heavy armor that gives me some max stamina. So I can now equip the bow, and I can, I guess, go ahead and equip this for now, until I can get some better stuff. And then I have a skill point that I can use, and I'm going to put that in bow abilities if I can. Now I need to rank up my bow first. Alright, so I'm going to hold on to that skill point. I'm going to go out into Davon's watch here. That might be it. My frame rate is a little below what it probably should be. It's at 50, and I'm streaming at 60. Oh, it's actually much lower than that. So I'll definitely have to take a look at that. But that's going to do it for me right now. Hopefully I'll start doing some more streaming. This is kind of an oddball stream. I tend to not stream when I'm by myself, unless I'm doing something with an objective, just because, especially this late at night when I'm kind of exhausted from work, I tend to not be as interesting to listen to. But I really appreciate anybody who watched. I don't know if this is going to go out on the channel or not, just because I don't know how good the quality of the stream was. But I'll take a look at it, and if it was decent enough, I'll post it. But thanks, everybody. Good night.